Hey everybody, Dustin from MyFreedomSmokes here to talk to you about the Triton RDA by Aspire. Take your Atlantis 2, and just get rid of it. You don't need it anymore. It's garbage compared to this thing. I'm just kidding. Atlantis and Atlantis 2 are still pretty good, but it does not compare to this Triton. This thing has blown out all the other factory tanks from China or whatever that I've used so far. Really like it. This isn't just another, oh, we added a millimeter of airflow and 1 milliliter of juice to the tank and we made it a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, whoop-de-doo, etc. Not that anymore. With this, they have improved the airflow, but in a way that is fully customizable instead of just increasing the size. On your other, more common sub-tanks, you have the airflow, but it's like a little dial where it clicks and you go from like the tiny pinhead hole to the the little 1 millimeter hole to the 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter to the slit or whatever to get that maximum airflow. With the Triton, it is full airflow, but you customize it by twisting and minimizing it to whatever you want. You're no longer limited to a size hole anymore, and that's really cool. Also at the top, you can twist this little connection right here on the drip tip and add a little bit more airflow if you like those airier, cooler draws when you're vaping. When you're vaping it wide open, it almost feels like you're just inhaling. It's just like breathing and then flavor. Some people like that who have a higher sensitivity to nicotine or a sensitivity to PG to get that rough throat hit or whatever. You throw it on wide open and it's, it gives it a cooler vape. A little more satisfying in my opinion, but I do understand the people that want to close up that airflow, tighten that up. Get that harder, more satisfying hit. A lot of people that smoke still chase that hit. I really like this specifically for this reason because it's very versatile and it fits almost every person instead of just the cloud chasing crowd. I'm no longer a cloud chasing person per se. I still like chasing clouds, but I really chase flavor and this is really doing it for me. I got Sammy Puffs by Smacks in here, which is a high VG juice. It's wicking perfectly. I haven't had a single dry hit, even upon initially, first wetting this thing, taking it out of the box, wetting it, etc. When I cranked it up, not even a dry hit. I vaped immediately after filling this thing up too. Probably about 30 seconds after the liquid hit, I hit it, not a dry hit since. The coils are really, really neat in this. It seems that, I haven't had a lot of experience with this, or looked anything up, etc. from the real website, but when I took this thing apart, even the coil, you can control how much juice is getting into the coil. I think that is for like, thinner juices, your 50/50s. When you add that in here, I think you can close that off to keep from so much juice getting in there and saturating it, because it does accept, high VG. So if you're using the thinner juices, when you put it in here, you can close off that, I guess the flow to the coil and limit it so you're not getting juice in your mouth. That's what I'm assuming it's for, and that's what I've used it for so far. So correct me if I'm wrong. But right now I have a high VG juice with those coils wide open, my airflow wide open, and it's, killing the vape game right now. Another thing that's really interesting about this is how you fill this tank. No longer do you have to take the tank off, separate the coil from the tank. Hopefully you don't do it backwards or pop the glass out or something and just get sticky hands. Really inconvenient if you're out in public. This has a top fill juice tank, well, whatever now. You pop the drip tip off completely. You take this whole, 510 connection adapter out. Twist the top. Right here you have two settings. You have vape setting and you have fill setting. When you crank it, you open this up and you'll see two slots in here where you can just stick your bottle in there. Works best with a bottle with an actual tip, like a needle style tip, not the like drippers or whatever, or is really inconvenient with this Smacks. You just put that needle in there and you just squeeze it, you fill it up, pop this bad boy back in there, put it on the setting that allows you to vape, throw your drip tip back in there. Oh, make sure your box mod is turned on. Perfection. Recommends this 0.4 coil is vaped between 25 and 30 watts. I vaped that all day at the recommended settings, and I got brave. I cranked it up to 45 now. No dry hits with 45, so let's keep hoping it goes that way. Overall, this thing is stomping all over the Atlantis and the Atlantis 2, and I loved the Atlantis when it first came out, and I absolutely adored the Atlantis 2 when it came out. I instantly replaced my Atlantis 1. I think I'm going to instantly replace my Atlantis 2 now with this thing. It's got all these bells and whistles, these fancy levers and switches and knobs or whatever. It makes you feel like a complete badass that you got all this stuff. Definitely worth it.
Hey guys, this is Dave of MyFreedomSmokes. I'll give you a little bit of today's forecast. It is cloudy with a chance of vape bans.
With this Triton RDA, you're going to get one of 4 vape bans free with your purchase. So whenever you buy this RDA, RTA, whatever you want to call it, tank, you're going to get one of these 4 sweet as hell vape bans. They're going to protect your RDA, they're going to make it look cooler, and they're going to help you rep MyFreedomSmokes, man. Come on, do it.
I mean, they're coming down everywhere. We got plenty of them here at MyFreedomSmokes. You've been asking for them, and we do have them.
As always, this is Dustin from MyFreedomSmokes, Triton RDA. If you have any questions, comments about this product, shoot us an email, leave a question or comment below. Just get in touch with us. Call up here if you want to.